But I want to make sure that people understand that you are not like a lot of these people, like I talked about earlier, who said, who walk away from the cemetery and wipe their hands and say, yes, I'm heartbroken about my daughter or my sister or my mother or whoever it might be's death, but let's just put water under the bridge and go on about our business. You weren't willing to do that.
No, I wasn't. Not from the time I had to see her on her deathbed, past the funeral, past everybody's lies, and I couldn't do this. And the thing I want everyone to understand also is the pictures you're going to see in this brochure are the pictures I see in my brain every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't see my daughter so brutally butchered, and I needed people to understand. I needed the lie to stop. I needed someone to care. She was so disfigured, and the funeral director said, please, would you close this casket? And I said, no. I need people to see her as she is. And he was just distraught. He didn't understand why I would do it. And at the time, I think God has his hand on you at certain times. And at that time, his hand was just with me. And I wanted people to see what she looked like. I wanted them to be able to see what I see.
Well, to put this in historical context, I'll call on Brother Johnny, because yes. I know what you're thinking.
Yes. We met Emmett Till's mom. And
well, let's make sure people who know who Emmett Till was.
Well, he was a black fellow from Chicago that went down south and ended up getting killed. He wasn't just killed, he was beaten, he was brutalized.
Right.
And that was happening to a lot of blacks all over the nation. It was happening on a common basis if a black stepped out of line. And being out of line didn't mean too much. All you had to do was just do anything.
Well, in this particular case, this was a 16-year-old boy. He wasn't an adult man.
Right.
16-year-old boy, and they say that he was with another group of blacks who were outside a general store.
And they're trying to say he whistled or said something to a white lady that went by.
Right.
And that was enough. But he was beaten so bad, usually directors were always close to casket on that. And his mother said, no, I want to show what they did to my baby.
Right.
I want them to see it. And she had that open casket and people marched by, and all of a sudden, the civil rights movement took another whole turn. Because it wasn't just hearing anymore.
It was seeing it. It was the visual. And see, that's what I was thinking about when Deborah talked to me about doing this. Marla can become the Emmett Till of the pro-life movement. Like I said, Deborah, I wish that we weren't having this conversation. I'll be honest with you, this is a hard thing to say. I wish I'd never met you. Because if Marla was still around, I would never have met you probably.
Probably not.
But, we're embarking on a project right now that I think is going to be gigantic. And I think she is going to be the Emmett Till of the pro-life movement. And this is something that we've been needing for a long time. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate that you came to us and trusted us with this project, and that we're going to do the best we possibly can in getting this out as far as we possibly can. And all the people here are going to do that. And I'm asking the audience to help us do it. We need to hold this in front of the American people. We need to make the abortion industry explain this.
That's right.
And so I just want to thank you for this opportunity. I know the circumstances are horrible. They're horrible for all of us. But I'm promising you we're going to do our dead level best to make sure that Marla is not forgotten.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I knew I could trust you, and I thank you.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for being with us.